Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Today, we have another episode of Gear and Gadgets for you. We got a bunch of stuff to get into. Make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. I release daily knife and EDC content. Hit that thumbs up button. That helps push this video out there to more people, and let us know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love seeing what you have for your EDC. So let's start with the big fellers here. These are coming in from Nabalis. Thank you to them for sending this stuff in for us to take a look at. We'll have to make a few cuts here. And we also have a couple of other goodies coming in from them. It looks like they might be some sort of stands. But if you're not familiar, and I wasn't either until very recently, but Nabalis is a company that specializes in balisong / butterfly style knives, and that is what we are going to be looking at here. Now, they mainly focus on nice packaging, a couple of stickers, you have extra hardware, and a driver. So this is going to be called the Cheese here, and we have a sleeve there, and this is going to be called the Cheese because we have the yellow handle here and a couple of dimplings on the handle to kind of resemble some cheese. But they specialize in beginner balisong knives. That's what they specialize in. So it's really cool to see a company who kind of designates their products geared to a specific group, right? And I don't know if we see that quite enough, but it is cool. We have nice packaging again and some more hardware, nice stickers, all that stuff. And we have a nice sleeve here again. And I'll have all this stuff linked down in the description of the video. And I'm not 100% sure, but I might also have a coupon code for there as well. So I am far and away a channel that features, I'm not a channel that features balisongs often. I am, however, a knife channel though. And do not come to me for balisong butterfly tips. I would highly recommend you go to, there's YouTube channels. They're not necessarily knife and EDC type content like I create. They're geared specifically for balisongs and learning how to do tricks with them. And there's a bunch of viewers here that if they watch this, they'll know some of them channels and can leave them down in the comments. But there are channels out there. It is something, and Ashley as well has said she'd like to learn how to do it. So we are going to, she'll probably like one of these. She likes one of the other ones that I have as well. But these are going to be very safe for her to practice. Me, I'm not so worried about it. I know it's just, a cut like any other time, maybe a little worse, who knows. But something like this, where there is no edge, there's no point, there is no way to get hurt by this, even the ones with the false edges. And we got one recently from Nabalis that has a false edge and it has a pokey tip, and it won't, right here it is, we have the wing. It's got a false edge, but it still has a pokey tip. That could do some damage. And with the right, if there's enough inertia or whatever you want to say of that blade coming down, enough force, it could hurt you. But mainly that tip, it is pokey. So I kind of held back from her using this one. And it's great because these are now here and she can very safely try to practice some different moves. Now, I wanted to touch on, now I think that these come with these. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that they do. And I think they're just kind of 3D printed stands for the knife. Now, I don't know how they go in, so I don't know if that's what these are even for. They could very well be, and they are. So that is going to, that's pretty cool. Oh, I see. That's why I was wrong. Look, we have a cheese here. So yes, I have to believe that these stands do come with the knives, and that is really cool. So these can actually, I don't usually sit a lot on the desk, but one of these or both of these might end up staying on the desk here. Does it click in? This one kind of just sits there, which is fine. I mean, it, you know, if it gets pushed, it'll fall. So will this one, but this one kind of seats in there and really seats in there. Good. Yeah, that's got a nice compression to it, but both cool. And, you know, these are not like really cheap, but they're not insanely expensive either. The price that they cost is because of everything that goes into these. These are, yes, these are for beginners in balisong training, but they're high quality balisong. So, you know, you put 2 and 2 together, you get, you know, a decent price. But I think for what you're getting, it's a great way to start training and get something that's good quality and be able to help teach you how to flip knives properly and give you a feel for what these are supposed to replicate, what a good moving, good feeling balisong is. And I think they do that. I've handled some various ones at Blade Show that were very expensive, and you know, these will do the job, no question. And they send you with a bunch of goodies, the stands, hardware, all that sort of thing. Like I said, I'll have them linked down below in the description. And let me know what you think of balisongs. I know they're not for everyone, and I'm not a huge balisong nut either, but I am a knife person, and I do enjoy knives, all knives, and I've always liked butterfly knives. I think for some reason it's because, you know, people feel similar to me where it's not the most utilitarian thing, and they're not supposed to be. So you gotta keep things in perspective, as I always try to do. These are not utility, you know, designed, and that's why people don't typically get into balisongs. But one thing that they are is cool, and they're fun, and I mean, tell me it wouldn't be cool to, you know, learn how to flip one of these around. I think most people, being honest with themselves, would say, yeah, it would be awesome to be able to learn how to flick this thing around, but, you know, I am not any good at it at all. You know, I can flick it around a little bit, but any type of beginner tricks, no. But they're cool, they're well made, and, you know, maybe in the future we'll get some other ones on the channel from Nabalis. I'll bring them back into a future video after a couple weeks. I'll probably train with this one. I have 1 or 2 with a real edge, a Kershaw, and I forget the other one. But, you know, if I really want to start getting crazy, I can go to one that's completely false edge, no tip, and she'll probably want to mess with this cheese one, I'm sure. So that'll be the one for Ashley. Now we do have something else to take a look at as well. This right here is a product from Daily Carry Co., and thank you to them for sending this in for us to take a look at. This is going to be called the Zipmate, and I have a link and a coupon code for Daily Carry Co. as well, and that does help out the channel. If you use them, it's actually one of the biggest ways that you can contribute to what I do here. If you like what I do, that is one of the best ways you can support the channel. So going back to the Zipmate here, these are on sale right now for $25.99, and you can also bundle that with my coupon code. Now, this is the larger version of what they have called the Quick Stash, which is this fella right here, a smaller side-weighted zippered pouch. And this is going to be more of a standard like back pocket pouch. You have a sleeve here on the back with a nice big field for REs, and then we have a slot here for flashlight, pen, knife, mini pry bar, whatever. And then you can use this zippered part for loose EDC gear. Maybe you carry fidgets or coins or whatever, or you can put smaller lighters in here. The ideas and options that you can come up with for something like these pouches, I always say it, you could turn this into 101 things, and the options are endless for you. But you could turn this into kind of your everyday carry pouch, and just rock your few essentials: pen, flashlight, maybe some of your cards and cash. And then you have the ability to slide maybe like a field notes in the back there or something to that effect. But a cool product from Daily Carry Co. And this one's a very basic, very simple pouch. And we've shown this on a previous episode of Gear and Gadgets. This is the Quick Stash here. And if you wanted to, they have, this is kind of more of that, I don't know what you'd want to say, rustic pouch idea, where this is more of a modern look. And this is the EDC pouch, and that's what it's just called, the EDC pouch. I think it's called the mini pouch EDC. And this has a large field on it as well, and a little bit different in how it operates. This is a top zipper, and this is not this exact one. I have another one, but I used it for months and months, and it just works really well to keep a few extra pieces of gear that maybe you don't want that day. A bunch of stuff all over your pockets, like flashlight, pen, maybe you throw a lighter in here, maybe some cash or a card, and you have everything in one little spot. I used this to go to a concert recently, and it held all my goodies, and I can throw it right in my front pocket, and I know where all my stuff is. That's why I like stuff just like this for certain instances. Now, are there times you're going to pick up a pouch and maybe figure out that it's not what you bought it for? But if you keep at it, you'll find something that pouch can do for you, and in a situation, it can work for you. Trust somebody. I bought in dozens, guys, of pouches, from small to XL size pouches to double sleeved pouches, lots of different pouches. And although I've found ones that work for something in a very lightweight EDC manner, like summertime, where you're just in very light clothing, and that is something like this, or even smaller. And then I found stuff that works all the way up to a double sleeve that I can use to organize stuff and put it in my backpack. And that's one of the main things I've used pouches for over the last couple of years, is organization of certain gear. And usually that gear is going into a backpack, whether it's a med kit, a fire kit, a tool kit, an electronics kit. I've made all them types of kits out of various pouches, and I'm also starting to do that. That's for in the vehicle, but I'm also starting to do that at home here, make various little kits out of the various pouches I've bought over the years. But there are some that I don't do anything with and keep them empty because I use them, on a probably not maybe weekly, but a bi-weekly schedule. I use different ones for different activities, and they just always come in handy at the right time. Now, if you're looking for something that's more like a wallet, we've shown this before. This is just one of their standard, very, very slim, very lightweight, minimalist wallets. Nice leather. You only have a slot here and a slot here. It's to stay as minimal as possible, and something like this is great if you're going to a certain event where you're not going to want to carry a bunch of stuff with you, maybe your ID and a credit card and some cash, and that's the end of it. This is great for situations like that. So that is something I will be hanging on to as well. But if you have not yet, I highly recommend going over to Daily Carry Co.'s website. They carry a bunch of different stuff. All this type of gear right here, all the way up into really cool gravity style knives, and this is their newest one, sporting their milled pocket clip, the first one of their gravity knives with the pocket clip, and it is a game changer for the knife. This is going to end up being on probably all the foreseeable models coming from Daily Carry Co. Titanium, M390 steel, titanium clip and hardware. Very, very good stuff coming out of Daily Carry Co. They're under new ownership as well, so that is a great thing. The owner wants to really grow this company, and that was one of the first additions he made to the knives and to the gear, period. Everything else is under an evaluation as to whether they keep it or not, but I think they got a really solid product catalog, no question about it. But I strongly suggest heading over there and checking out what they have to offer, because it's a lot of cool stuff, all the way down to micro EDC items like toothpicks and whistles, and we've covered a bunch of that stuff as well in previous videos. If you have not seen some of the previous videos or any of them, highly recommend, if you like gear and gadgets, checking out some of the past videos, because we've covered a lot of cool stuff, and we will continue covering a lot of cool stuff. Thank you to everyone that is here. I love doing these morning episodes, and if you don't know, that is when I release the gear and gadgets, is in the morning. I love doing these. We do stuff a little different in these videos, so shout out to all of you that watch these early morning videos. Love you all. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Love hearing from you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I always appreciate that, everyone. It really helps push this video out there to more people. If you're new here, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you are subscribed and ring that bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content, even when I go live, which I do Saturday and Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'd love for you to stop by. I will throw up a couple of videos here and here. YouTube's telling you to go check this one out here in the middle. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.